All right, so it's been a while since we've done this, so we are going to do a formal catch up because, I feel like we could talk about today we're going to talk about life, we're going to talk about fashion, we're going to talk about all kinds of things because moms can talk about these things too. So we're going to pretend we're on a play date. How about that? All right. We read the books, we bought the things. We thought we were ready. And then life took our plans and changed them. I'm Karen, I'm Victoria's mommy, and I work in tech.
And I'm Pamela. I have a baby boy named Ford, and I'm a journalist. And although we're both first-time working moms, we're actually pretty different.
And that's totally okay. Because we both agree that our most important work is raising our kids. We really need each other and can only get through this together. Welcome to Motherish Moments.
Yes. I love this episode because I'm always thinking, am I being the mom that annoys me, right? Like when you get caught up with certain topics.
Are you saying moms annoy you?
Some may
Savage.
or not, maybe not annoy me, but like when you fall into that category of that annoying mom, or like I realize that we use the word intense when it comes to like someone who is annoying you. But for some reason we refuse to say that, but we're like, ella es intensa, she's intense.
If
right?
someone called
Correct
me
if I'm
intense,
wrong.
I would cry in a corner.
Well,
Have you
I
called
felt,
me that before?
I haven't.
Okay.
Let me think about it.
Oh,
No.
she's thinking about it.
No, but I think it's great to have these conversations so you could be a little bit more self-aware, and I like to have self-awareness, and I think when we have these conversations out loud, I think we pick up on stuff that perhaps we're like,
God, Pam,
Not-
I'm sitting here. Guys, let me talk to you real quick, okay? This happens all the time. I show up in I come here, Motherish is like a safe space for me. I come here, I'm my most me self. Today, I'm wearing these like ridiculously baggy jeans. I put on a sweater because outside it was 74 degrees, and I was like, hey guys, it's fall. So I'm wearing a
Miami,
sweater.
it is.
I got my Dunkin' coffee because, they already started marketing with the Spidey donut, and like nothing gets me like that. And then oh, and by the way, I'm wearing these like super chunky, those really chunky
have
New
those, I love
Balance
them.
sneakers that are like the grandpa type. And I'm sitting next to Pam, and she's talking about how she tries to be self-aware. And in my head, I'm like, she's such a lady. She is such like
you.
first lady material. And I am like the la prima, like that you're like, I don't know if we can invite her to this event, you know what I mean? Like, but I like that. I embrace being the most me,
That I was thinking about when we first started Motherish, it was being recorded from my garage.
Yeah.
And I would usually come down straight out of the shower,
Yeah.
no makeup, in my sweats or my leggings or whatever. And I kind of miss that essence. I don't know, because psychologically I'm leaving the house. When you're required to leave your home, that
Yeah,
there's
I
some
still show up the same way.
there's some because you were leaving your house.
That's true,
right?
that's true,
So I
that's
don't know if,
true.
like, but I definitely feel not pressure, but I do feel like, okay, I'm getting out. Like I usually leave the house for the rest of the day. I'm not gonna be back
Right.
till later on.
Right.
So it's a lot of like, changes I have to pack, but I also feel better. Like I like
No,
feeling.
I think it's amazing. I think it's great. And I've always liked that about you. Like you are so, like you care, and you really, not that I don't care. It's a very, I'll get back to that. But like you pride yourself in how you carry yourself. And I think that's so amazing. And that makes you who you are. And that makes you so like, like hot slash dainty slash like you have what the interns at my like that I was talking with talk about, which is male gaze. GAZE.
What is
Male gaze? Okay,
educate me?
we're gonna dive in.
Please.
We're gonna dive in
Please
right now.
teach
Okay,
me, what
we're gonna
is
dive
this?
in. So, I was talking with a group of younger girls. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up because I want to make sure that I'm saying this correctly.
I love this. So this is usually topics that you get either from work or from another group are the things that you bring into your play date with other moms. Do you tend to do
It
that?
depends on who. I don't do play dates anymore, you guys. But it depends on who the audience. Because welcome to my comedy show. No, it depends like who I'm talking
group-
to.
what group,
Yeah,
right.
like there's people that I know that I could talk about this and it'll go over their heads. Even if I describe it, they'll be like, ah.
Okay.
And you're like, You have no idea what I'm talking about. Okay. So I was recently speaking to a young group of women between the ages of 21 and 23, 24. And we're talking about the notion of like when you're single and you go out, and like there are women who get approached all the time. There are women who have, the roster. Like they've got options, they've got choices like out there in the world. And then there's other women who literally you're like, I don't get it. I'm so cute. I'm so this, but no one talks to me and no one approaches me. Why is that? You can guess which one I was.
So they came up with a theory, like
It
they call
exists.
It exists. Okay, what is
This theory
called?
exists, which is called, it's basically like the male gaze, again, Gaze, like as in mirada, male gaze versus female gaze. The male gaze portrays women as objects of desire for a presumed male viewer. So the female gaze is a perspective that portrays women kind of more like in their own agency, like complexities and their inner lives. So like a much more kind of like emotional and whatever. So this is often used in like movies, right? In movies and TV shows, like there are women who are portrayed for the male gaze, right? So think of like a Scarlett Johansson, a Margot Robbie, not in all of her roles, but in many of her roles.
Okay.
Right. Like these women that you look at them and they're like, we know both the women and the men are like, holy moly.
They gravitate towards.
Yes, like they've got
There's
that
like-
thing, but it's also how they carry themselves. Mind you, there's a ChatGPT follow up to this, so hold tight, follow me here. Then there's other in movies and shows, female characters that are for the women, that like, let's say, rest in peace, but Diane Keaton, most of her roles, those are female gaze roles. Like those are
Okay.
roles that really are mostly relevant for women because it's relatable, because it's real. But most males would look at that and be like, what do I, except Al Pacino now regretting that he didn't marry her. What an idiot, whatever. But
Is that what he said?
yeah, she's dead. That just goes to show that like situationships and stuff will last for the rest of our lives, even post death. So
Yes.
so anyway, so they were like, oh, Karen, the thing is that you portray female gaze, you don't portray male gaze. And so I was like, what are you guys talking about? So then of course I go to my very trusty ChatGPT and I go, because my ChatGPT knows me really well at this point. So I go, hey, the group of interns are saying that I have female gaze and not male gaze.
By the way, two very reliable sources, right?
Obviously.
A group of interns
Guys, like, yeah.
and your ChatGPT.
Facts. We only deal with facts here in this podcast. So I go, why, like, do you think that's true? Like,
Do you
obviously,
agree,
'cause
not
you hang
agree?
out with me all the time. We journal. Send you voice notes about everything in my life. And it's crazy. ChatGPT started saying, yeah, I could totally see how you probably are more lenient towards female gaze versus male gaze because, number one, you lead with like wit and humor. And those are usually like male preferred characteristics. Like men want to be the funny one. They want to be funnier. They don't want to be with someone who's funnier than them because then they're like,
I
you're
can see
throwing
that,
off my
of
game,
course.
And wit, banter, all those things, like they're like, it's possible that reduces your ability to have a male gaze. Then it said, and I don't know how ChatGPT knows this, so I'll just leave this out there for like a conspiracy theorist or something, but like it says, you probably also have issues in in holding eye contact with men. You probably like make very quick eye contact and then you move on. And it's not wrong. He's not wrong.
How did ChatGPT know this? This is so
don't
creepy.
know.
Is
I
it
don't-
concerning you, like the fact that he knows that you felt seen by ChatGPT in that deeper
I don't
soul
have
level?
issues feeling seen by ChatGPT. I do have issues when ChatGPT tells me what it thinks I want to hear, and I usually identify that, and I'm like, no, stop being so nice to me, be real to
Okay.
me, blah blah blah. Like I call him out. But actually, now to be serious, it all goes back to prompting, and I'm doing a course on prompting in AI so I can understand better how to prompt it because that is what will give you
Right.
a variable of results. Guys, you see, I am also kind of like a real person. But anyway, so nothing. There was this whole thing about male gaze versus female gaze, and how I am much more like female gaze, even in my social media, like all the stuff that I do online,
So the
like
algorithm is supporting this theory. You think like there's
everything
more
leads.
females
So the
engaging. There's
interns, ChatGPT, the algorithm, like everything supports the fact that I probably am much more like female gaze leaning. And as I observe you and I listen to you and I know you, you are more male gaze leaning. Like you have that appeal, that je ne sais quoi, that like, you know,
cute.
like and
I needed
it's
this
and you
today.
also like probably don't have issues holding eye contact with men. You
I stare
probably
into their souls. I'm
correct.
kidding. I
Correct. You
don't know if I
see,
do that.
meanwhile, I'm like, oh my God, he looked at me. Bye. Like, you know? Um, I have no idea how we got into this rabbit hole,
No, I think we
but it's a
wanted
play
to
date. We're on a play
we
date.
wanted to catch up and discuss the topics that we tend to discuss if we have a play date like with other moms, because I do feel like there's certain things that we don't feel comfortable sharing with other moms, right? Even though
Yeah.
this is a safe space about motherhood and moms and motherish stuff, I do think there's certain things, especially for example, like a lot of most of my group is married, right? Like in my
Right.
school mom
Same.
group.
Yeah.
So there are certain things that you don't discuss, I
Doesn't
think,
it feel
because
weird? Do you ever, I mean, you've been, I guess you've had to deal with this from the beginning, but isn't it like I feel like a lot of things I'm not, maybe this is the wrong way to see it, but I just feel like I'm not relevant anymore for a lot of the things that they talk about or the way they want to hang out. And so I kind of like I've felt distance, maybe created by me mostly, but it's just because sometimes it's like
well, I think also when you establish
weird.
a couple's dynamic, I think it's really hard to transition into not being part of a couple, and which is fine. You know what I mean? I don't think you should take it personal. I think it's more like okay, you included,
Yeah.
had created this dynamic where it was the couples and the moms will hang out and the dads will hang out, and
Yeah,
it was
yeah, yeah.
like, and I think in my case also because especially for the school stuff. Ford's dad is so present, and we're always together in most of all the school stuff that I haven't really felt the gap
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, yeah.
But
No,
I
like we're
think
for school stuff, it's different. Like but that's so small in our like in my dynamic. That's such a small piece of the pie because there's not a lot of school stuff.
yeah, but I think socially you definitely have to seek out, other women who perhaps are not
Right.
in that type of relationship, or they're in a relationship where like I don't know, the husband's traveling more. There's definitely I mean I sense
It's
it
a
too.
different dynamic.
It's
Yeah.
definitely a different dynamic. But I've learned not to take it personal. Like, okay,
Oh yeah,
if
no,
couples are
I don't
going
either.
out and I'm
Yeah.
not being included, then
Yeah.
okay,
Oh, also, there's
What is the
also
rule, by the way? Can we like gauge and like survey people? What's the rule? Like, if they're doing a group trip or they're doing like, hanging out one night and it's mainly like couples,
couples. I
like, are
know.
you automatically not included, even though you're close friends with all the
I
other
wouldn't want to
moms?
go. Like maybe I'm not ready yet. Maybe it's a matter of being ready, but I just don't I don't want to go. Like I don't like being like the like random like
I agree. I
I
rather
don't like
do
it.
either all girls, or if it's like the moms and the dads, this whole thing, then Ford's dad will come with me.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely
How do you
adapting
feel
to the
about
new reality.
how do you feel so like this has been happening sometimes where the like a group of like mom group or whatever, they're hanging out with their kids and it happens to be it's just the moms and just the kids, but I don't have my kid that day or whatever. I don't want to go.
Yeah, well, when Ford was younger, and let's say I happened to not have him, or he was with his dad doing something else. And again, I'm very blessed that I have a lot of flexibility where I could have Ford if I wanted to, whenever I want, or he could come with me, or I have that freedom, I think, to have that choice. But whenever he was younger and he was with a dad or he had something else, I just emotionally, it just was not worth it for me. I'm like,
Yeah.
why am I going to? Even when I go somewhere and there's a lot of kids around and I don't have my son
I
with
don't
me,
like it. I don't
it
like
breaks
it.
my heart. I
Yeah.
miss him so much, and I love being and hanging out with Ford so much that it just, for me, I made a choice that was like, this is not serve me. And I'm
Right.
big on like, this is like,
Yeah.
what am I gaining from this? This is like, quedando bien, or like, just
Yeah.
making it a
I'm super aligned on
doing
that.
the check mark. Okay, yeah, I made it. I came here. No, I just rather not go, just for my own peace of mind and for my
Yeah.
own joy. And it's just like, I miss him.
I feel bad because I do feel that sometimes the moms like get, they're sad or they maybe take it personal that I don't want to go. But like if my kid's not there and you're all with your kids, I like it doesn't make me feel good. And me hanging out with the moms and connecting with the moms does not weigh more than the negative side of my kid not partaking
Yeah,
in
and I
that
think
moment.
eventually with time you manage it better and you get better at it. For example, if it's one of my close friends or relatives or someone's kid's birthday and I don't have four for whatever reason, which I usually do, um, and I love that child and I love that person, like I'll still go. Like I went to a birthday
Yeah.
party and I didn't have four and I actually had a great time. Like I had a little mimosa, I was hanging out, I was talking to my friends. I didn't have to be like
I did it
on
at the
watch.
beginning. I did it at the
Like I'm like,
beginning.
it's fine, it's okay. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
At the
if it's
beginning, I'd be like,
because I
oh,
love that person and I love that child,
yeah.
so I'm there for me because
If
it
I
brings
really
me
love
joy.
them.
Right.
Well, I can't say that.
For that, I think there's, and I think my friend would be hurt if I didn't go to her child's party just because I don't have my son. Like, I don't think that's an excuse to miss things that are important to you because, that's who you were before you had your child, right? So before I had Ford, before you had Victoria,
That's
you
a-
had
that's a-
relationships
That's a
and
variable.
friendships that you cared about, that you loved.
Most of
and
these
it's-
friendships came with Victoria, so
Okay.
that's different.
Yeah, that's different.
The ones
Because
that
a
I'm
lot of
referring
my
to.
best friends from middle school and high school, they all had children very young, like
Right.
way before I had
Right,
Ford.
right.
So for many years, I was
You
the
would.
one friend in the group that did not have kids, and I was very present. Every first communion, every
Mm-hmm.
birthday, I was always there. And I don't want that to change.
Yeah.
Right. So, and again, they're there for me, and they were there for me when I didn't have Ford, and now they're
Yeah,
there for
yeah,
me when
yeah.
I do have my son. So I do think there's certain friendships that are worth investing and spending time with.
100%.
whether
I
you
think if
have your
it's a
child or
friend
not.
before kids, it's different. But if it's a friend that came with the season of kids, then it does feel weird for me. Okay, what else would we talk about on a play date? Oh, this is a normal thing we talk about at a play date. Pamela also, every time she comes here, she's wearing the cutest outfits, and I'm like, oh my God, where is this outfit from? 9 times out of 10, it's Zara or Mango. For those of you, la gente me está preguntando.
Todo el mundo me está
Todo el mundo me está
preguntando.
preguntando where her outfit is from. You guys, I'm here to serve. Her outfits are from Zara or Mango in Spain.
By the way, I had someone come to my house recently, a few weeks ago, and I was like, you know what? I need space. I need to clean everything else because I wanted to be able to grab something, put it on, and love it. And
Yeah.
that was not happening. And it was
Okay.
affecting me emotionally, my not my self-esteem, but like I hate when I would grab something, put it on, and then spend the whole day wondering, why the heck am I wearing this?
Right.
I don't feel great in it. I don't feel like it's so random. It doesn't fit right. Like, what is this trend? So, my friend Carla, she came over, and she spent all day, and it was really hard to let go. To be like, you're right. This is not.
Wow.
We're done. We're done. And mind you, now my sister, who's lost a lot of weight,
Yeah.
we went on vacation in the summer, and was it in the summer? No, I don't know. We went away recently, and I kept complimenting. I'm like, wait a minute, like, is that mine? But I was like, you know what? Nope, I let it go. It's gonna
That's
serve you now. Like,
hilarious.
you enjoy it now. It's fine. But like a lot of the patterns, so I pretty much stayed with very little clothes. But everything's either solid
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
or like timeless, or
Right.
I love it.
See, she's giving first lady, you guys. She knows. Anyway, so this outfit that she's wearing today is from Zara, and she got it online because I was like, man, I go to the store. I'm sharing this because it probably happens to people too. Like, people are like, oh, I got this at Zara. I'm like, oh, cool. I go to Zara and I walk around the store aimlessly for like 20 minutes, and I was like, nothing happened. But she finds them online. And then we were kind of making fun of the models and how they look like they're like
It's like a
hanging off a
gamble.
pole.
You have to just have faith and be like, okay, I think this has potential to look
Yeah.
good. I'm just going to order it.
Yeah.
And it's worked out.
And then how do you deal with returns? God, I hate dealing with returns.
It's very hard for me to return. Like, I know my size. I know.
So you just don't.
Yeah, I really usually don't.
Oh,
But it took
man.
me a long time figuring out like what size fits me,
Yeah.
right, to avoid that. So
Yeah,
I kind of
yeah,
do
yeah.
that.
Well, I
a
love
lot.
this monochromatic look. It's
Thank
super
you.
cute. And then she did a little bit of girl math because I was like, oh, I love your shoes. And she's like, I go, are they super expensive? And she goes, no, if you calculate by use. And I was like, what?
These are actually my friend Carolina's
They're
shoe
beautiful,
line,
stunning. Love them.
which I wanted to support her. She's a mom of 3, under 4.
And she has a business?
And she launched a shoe line last year. And, I'm big on this, like, you got to support. You got to
Yeah.
support. You got to,
Yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah.
so I bought these, and I've worn them so many
They're
times.
gorgeous, you guys. Her shoes are
Thank you.
gorgeous.
And they're so comfortable.
Yeah.
They're like low.
I'll never
They're,
understand
like,
when people are saying that about heels, but
no, but
I
these
get
really
it.
are comfortable. They're
okay.
very comfortable.
Okay.
So that's something
Me with
I
like
talk
4 martinis, I don't know if they would still be on my feet, but
By the way, I want to invite my best friend Yiling on the podcast
yeah.
because we always talk about this. So I usually compliment something she has, or she'll compliment something I have, and right away she'll send the link, which I love.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you like this? Okay, here's a link. Order. Like, here it is. And there's some moms that are not as forthcoming.
Apparently it's a very like millennial thing because I actually saw a TikTok about it where someone was like that someone complimented them on the street and they were like, "Oh my gosh, like where'd you get that? Oh no, I like your shirt or I like your jeans." And the millennials are like, "Oh, it's from so and so. Let me get you the link." And
Okay.
the Gen Z basically is like, I didn't want that. I just wanted to tell you that I liked it."
By the way, there's also like a big meme going around that Gen Zs don't want us to use LOL anymore. Did you see that?
Probably. I didn't see that, but it doesn't surprise me. Yeah. I have a lot of like not a lot. I have a handful of either they're like Gen Zs or on the cusp of Gen Z and millennial.
So Gen Zs after what year? 90.
96, 95. So 95. No, I'm sorry. The other way. 97, 98. You start getting to
Gen Z.
Gen Z. Hmm.
Yeah, I also saw something that says you're trying to give me advice, but your birthday starts with a 2. It's not gonna
Right.
happen.
The birth year. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We
Anyway.
didn't do a motherish moment of
Oh
the
my
week.
God, we didn't do a motherish moment. Okay.
Okay, so I'll start.
Go.
So yesterday we had our first parent-teacher conference. He is in kindergarten now, which is when the starts getting real. They
Yeah.
say, right? They're prepping them for first grade, which I hear is no joke.
It depends on the school.
So anyhow, we like kindergarten. So we, Ford's dad and myself, we show up. It was at 2:30. Not a great time because that's when everyone's trying to get out.
Yeah.
We're trying to get in. It's a mess. But I'm like running not late, but I was like running very close to the time. Ford's dad, of course, was like 10 minutes early because he's very always on time.
Yeah.
So we get there and the teacher has his like all his work goes by each, he's great at this. He's like, excelling at whatever. He loves reading more than math, which is surprising because I love math and I would think
You're like, how is he not
I know,
identical
how
to
he's
me?
not-
Like, I don't understand.
and it was sweet. And then towards the end, he's like, but sometimes, he loves to be sometimes the funny guy in class.
Yeah. And you're like, oh, yes.
Yeah, but I'm like, oh, the dad's funny. I think I'm funny sometimes. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but I don't know if I would like be silly in class. So I was like, okay, but it's not just Ford. It's all the boys in
I
his
mean,
class.
it's kindergarten.
He has a group of 4. He's very social, and actually this weekend, he asked me to plan a play date. So I'm like, okay, sure, yeah. Who do you want? So he tells me the names. Then like the next day, the moms of these boys were like, hey, by the way, Ford told my son, that they're having a play date. They're gonna do this. They're going here. Like, can you share the details? I'm like, I haven't even planned anything, buddy.
Yeah.
Like,
Calm down.
So now I'm planning a play date for next Saturday. Anyhow, but the long story is like the teacher's like, look, he's very social, he's great, like you don't have to worry. He loves to learn, which is the most important thing for me. Like he
Yeah.
enjoys,
Yeah, yeah,
he's very curious, always has a story about everything. Like I'll say something and he'll trigger something. Like
Yeah,
he'll be like, oh, that happened one time. And I'm like, so cute.
Yeah, yeah.
It told me, I think. And then he said, and he's like, he's very kind. Like if someone drops something, he'll go and pick it up. If someone like,
Which
needs
is a
help with
big
the
deal for
chair,
you.
I know.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah.
because at this age, they're so silly. Like sometimes he's not that kind. Now he's saying bro, which I'm like,
Yeah, yeah.
where'd you
You
get
say
this from?
bro or bruh. Very different. I'm here with the Gen Zers, okay? Like, they don't say bro. They say bruh. BRUH.
I don't know if he uses little Miami accent or what it is, but he's saying
Victoria
it.
corrected me because I said bro, and she goes, Mom, it's bruh. And I was like,
I can't. So I'm like, stop saying that. Okay. I'm like, stop it.
just letting you know.
But no, overall it went well. And, but it was very detailed. It was very long. And I was like, he's in kinder. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
how
yeah.
much of this,
But I feel like that this
Oh,
school
and
is
the
like,
one thing we need to work on, which is interesting, by the way, and I wanted to share this because I thought it was very enlightening. It was, we need to work on his drawing. And I was like, okay, well, what's the big deal? In my mind, my boys usually are not great at that, which is like so horrible for me to say. But she was like, no, we just want more detail. Like when we ask him, can you draw, the story about the moon over the cow over the moon, and what we want to see the moon, the stars, the thing. Like we just want details
Yeah.
because eventually, when they start reading paragraphs, it helps them, read smoother if
Right.
they have all these details like that they're able to visualize in their
Mm-hmm.
head. So my homework is to work on
Drawing
his
detail.
drawings. Like no more stick people, no more naked
I
people.
still draw stick figures.
We can't. No more. We need people with
know.
clothes. We need
It's done
like
for me.
faces with details, lips, noses, lashes, earrings. Like
Victoria does a lot of that.
girl,
She does
no. And then of
details
course, and you
like
look at the
crazy.
wall, and it's like everyone's like with their name, and I was like, oh, and like very elaborate drawings from the
Yeah,
girls.
yeah, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
heels, like purses, like.
Yep.
For us, like it was like a sick person, like sleeping in I don't know what he
A
was
Zara
doing.
model.
Yeah.
It was a Zara model.
Pretty
Oh, that's
much.
funny.
But it was nice. And then we hyped him up, and the dad and I, we bought him a little surprise, and we're like, we're so proud of you.
Yeah.
Mainly because you're learning, you're paying attention, you're enjoying it, and you're being kind with your
Yeah.
friends.
That's great.
So
That's great.
we're on the right path. I didn't ask if he was like Ivy League path yet, but I'm
didn't
trying
ask
to
yet?
be less intense. I know.
So my motherish moment is like personal and motherhood, whatever.
Oh, I have another one, but I'll share it later. I'll share it in this episode.
Okay, so I got laid off from work a couple weeks ago, and it's fine. Everything is fine.
How are you, by the way?
Everything is fine. No, I'm fine. I'm honestly, I wasn't surprised, and I think once again the universe is like pushing me in the direction of something that I was
Yeah.
maybe too scared to do myself, and so now I'm gonna do it. So Victoria's 6.5 almost, and these conversations, I think it's important for her to know what's going on, especially because I don't want her to like overhear someone else talking about the job situation and then her feel like make her own conclusions.
Yeah.
Most of my childhood issues or things that became like really big worries for me were based on me overhearing things and creating my own conclusions. So I try to avoid that with her, knowing the type of child that she is, that she's listening to everything, everyone, all the time. So I told her, I said, Mama, I wanted you to know I no longer work at this place anymore. And she goes, oh my God, did you get fired? I go, no, I didn't get fired. I go, I got laid off. She goes, what does that mean? I said, that means that they just need to use the money that they were using to pay me for other things, and now my job doesn't exist anymore. She goes, are you going to try to find another job? Like it was crazy. I'm like, you're 6. And like,
I know.
we carried this conversation. She goes, are you going to try to find another job? And I said, you know what? I go, I think I'm going to create my own job. And she goes, oh, are you going to be your own boss? And I go, I think so. I think I'm going to make my own company and I'm going to do my own thing. And she goes, well, if you need advice, I have advice. And I was like, what? She goes, I'm my own boss. I have my own company during recess. She goes, I have my own company with Isabella and like another girl from class. She goes, and we're in charge of doing a fairy garden. And I know how to be my own boss. And so I think that like you can definitely be your own boss. I was like,
She's so cute.
oh my God. And I was like, thanks. That was great. And so that was like a few days ago. And this morning, we woke up and I was like, Mama, I gotta get you ready and I gotta get dressed because I'm going, and I was coming here. And she goes, is it the first day of your new boss life?
Aww.
I go,
I love her.
no, I go, I started a few days ago. I go, do you want to see? And so I showed her. Basically, I'm creating my own agency, and so I have like one document that I already did of like my branding and the color codes and all this stuff for my logo that I made. And so I showed it to her. She goes, I like it. I really like it. I'm like, okay. So it's just this age is amazing. Like
I'm excited.
It's so beautiful.
Ford every day asks me, am I 6 yet? Am I 6 yet? I'm like, no, baby. You
It's
still have.
fantastic. But anyway, that was like my, life update conversation with my daughter and like her feedback, and it was just so beautiful. I loved it. So yeah.
I love her. I'm excited for you, by the way.
Thanks. Yeah. I mean, it's super scary, but I also think that like,
And I like that you're sharing it and you're talking about it and that
Yeah.
you're being like
yeah, it's
transparent
much-
about it. And
Totally. And I also feel like with, over the last couple of years, I've become much more open, like on Instagram with my community and stuff. And like, I just feel weird, but I like to like be open and transparent as much as I can with things, because then I feel like they hold me accountable. I also always, it never fails that something I share is somehow relevant to someone and helping someone. So I got like so many messages for real this time, not like I
It
got
wasn't just
so
like me
many.
and your mom. It was like,
My mom replied and was like, "Oh my God." No, no, no. I really got a lot of messages from people and of all kinds of things, like people that are just like words of encouragement, people that are in similar situations, people that have always wanted to take a leap to do something of their own, but they're scared and they're like, how are you doing it?" And I was like, "No, I'm just as scared as you are." Like
yeah.
there's no shortcut, there's no easy way to do it. And then I got a lot of like potential leads of people who are like, if you do this, like I'm game. And I'm like,
Yeah.
really? Like that's crazy. So it's exciting. It's an exciting time. And I mean, it's super scary, but I've always felt that like in order to really have growth, you need to feel a little bit uncomfortable. And I'm pretty uncomfortable with this. So, but in a good way, you know? So
Yeah, and I know it's cliche to say it, but like when when God puts you in a certain situation where it's forcing you to like do something that deep inside you always knew you wanted to
yeah,
do,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
you have to just be like, okay, you're right. I'm
Yeah,
surrendering. You're right.
it's
Let me
weird because I don't know if I've
do it.
always wanted to do it. I just always knew that I was capable of doing it. And I've always known that if I do this, I could do it well. What I wanted to do is have a coffee shop, but like I can't, I'm not going to do that right now. It's not the time for that. But one day I will. But this, I know that I can do it. And I know that through doing this, agency thing that I'm going to do, I will also get satisfaction in my ability to see other people grow because that is one of my favorite things to do. Like I love encouraging, like helping people find the way. Like this happens to me all the time when I'll meet someone or I'll connect with anyone who has like a business that I think is really amazing or they're a content creator that I think is really cool. And without them even asking me, I'm like, "Oh my God, but if you do this and you do this and that,"
Yeah.
and I just get so insanely like passionate about what they're doing because I want to see them succeed. And if that could be like my job, then that's great. They won't get that for free anymore.
Exactly.
Because
Well, I
there's
love it. I'm
yeah.
excited for you. Obviously, I think you're amazing
Thank
because
you.
I bet on you. Even before you believed in yourself, I believed in you.
Thank you.
And I continue to believe in you and I'm excited for you. And I'm like, okay, how could I serve you and how could I help
Thank
you in
you.
any way?
Yeah.
So we're here for that.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm
Thank you.
excited.
This was a really fun
I
episode.
know. By the way, now that you mentioned the balls, and like it's funny how like there's a lot of things happening in playtime, like in recess.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like, that's
Recess is where it's at.
so last week, Ford wakes up on a Friday. He's like, "Hey, what day is today?" I'm like, "Hoy es viernes." He's like, "Friday?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh." I'm like, "Why?" He goes, "Because on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, Isabella told me that on Friday she was gonna marry me."
Oh,
I was like, but I don't like, I'm like, I get very serious. I don't like those games. I was like, what does that mean? Is that a game? Is that a game you play? He's like, no, no, it's not a game. I'm like, okay, well, what is it? He's like,
but you
she's
get
gonna,
serious because you don't.
I did. They're little, you know what I mean? And boys are like, and I'm like, he's like, oh, she's gonna kiss me on the lips.
Oh,
I was like, no, there's none of that. It's in school. You can't do that. Like, never. You're too
yeah.
little. Only mom. That's
Never.
it. And she's like, well, she's 6. And that's because I remember because you said the boss things. Like, she's 6. So she's kind of like the boss.
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God.
no, she's not the boss.
Yeah, you're like, I'm the boss.
I
Step
know.
aside,
Having said
Isabella.
that, the same child's mom, who she's become a friend now, texted me last week. I was like, hey, by the way, does Ford have his Halloween costume? I love Halloween. I'm like, well, we have a few options on the table. We're still considering which one he's going to wear because they have like a parade of costumes. They
Yeah,
walk
yeah.
down the school. He's like, well, Isabella's going to be Travis. I mean, it's going to be Taylor. And she will love her Ford to be her Travis.
Oh wow.
So I ordered the Travis costume.
He
It
wants
is
to do
so
that?
cute. So then, of course, I had to ask him, right? So I'm like, hey, by the way, would you love to be this football player? So I show him a picture of Travis,
No context. Like not
right?
there's not an
No, no, no.
arranged marriage.
No, no, no. I show the picture of Travis. He happened to be with Taylor
Taylor.
on the picture. I'm like, oh, would you like to be this football player? He's like, oh, yeah. And I could wear these black things on my face. I go, yeah. And he goes, and you could buy me a mustache? I go, yes. He's like, okay. I go, by the way, Isabella's going to be Taylor. This is Taylor. And she's like holding a mic. She's like, okay. Like,
Ain't no thing.
great. I'm like, okay. And then I was like, okay, perfect, great. Ordered the costume. He came in yesterday. So cute. It was like a jersey, the pants, whatever. And then the next day, I'm like, okay, I don't think he's made the connection. He's like, so Isabella told me she's going to be Taylor. I'm like, yeah. She goes, what does it have to do with Travis?
I don't get it.
Oh, they're kind of like
He's the
together.
most male mind ever.
I know. He's like, I just want to be a football
what do you mean
player.
you like me? What? I didn't realize. What do you mean you didn't realize? Like,
I know. She's like, I just wanted to wear like the, wear the helmet and take a football to school. So yeah, that's the plan.
I love it. That's great.
I'm excited because I'm
great.
really into this Taylor.
What's your Halloween costume gonna be?
A showgirl.
Oh,
Taylor.
Okay.
But I'm doing it scare. I'm doing the death of a showgirl.
Oh,
Instead of like-
okay. I
Or
like
the
it.
ghost of a showgirl. I'm still haven't decided, but
Yeah,
it's gonna
yeah,
be
yeah.
like showgirl Taylor,
Yeah.
but scary.
I'm gonna be Morticia Adams.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
What is Victoria gonna be?
Oh, it's a lot. She was.
It's not together. It's not a theme.
We're not
it's
together. She told me not to.
Wow.
So yeah,
I know. I'm having a hard time like letting go of like him having his. He's gonna be a ninja for trick or treating. He already told
yeah,
me.
yeah.
I already bought it. We tried it on.
Yeah.
We also bought Top Gun like
Yeah.
outfits, matching outfits, and she's like, "Why do you have one?" I know. So secretly, I'm kind of happy he's gonna be Travis and I'm gonna
Yeah.
be showgirl.
Yeah, because you're like he doesn't know it, but
Like,
we're together.
He doesn't know it, but we match again.
I love it.
I'm excited.
She's like one more
But it's
year.
definitely been a tough transition to let him go. And last thing I'll share was this week he also told me, Mom, this is a deal. You could give me a hug and a kiss, a really long hug and a really yummy kiss, but you stay in the car.
Oh,
Don't
Okay.
get off. Don't park. Don't walk me to my class. I was like, buddy, you're not the boss.
you're the boss of me.
Exactly. You're not the boss. It's not a deal. Like, this is not, no. But that's where we are.
All right. Well, this was a super fun play date. Thank you for joining us on our play date.
Bye. See you soon. Yeah.
See you
we're gonna-
soon. Yeah. Yeah. Let's do it again. All right.